Hello to all traders and welcome back to another video brought to you by Orbex. So Twitter are back in the headlines after a former employee has turned whistleblower to say that the company lied and misled users and US regulators about the gaps in its security and how many robots are on the platform. Twitter have fired back to say that less than 5% of its accounts are robotic, but there is no way to know for sure. So in this case, we're looking at what is going to happen with Tesla after its shares did drop by over 7% yesterday. And it's been a bit of a rough ride for Tesla after mounting criticism over the last few periods where it was supposed to be being bought out by Elon Musk. But now that's in the court because he has pulled out of the deal. But going forward, Twitter has faced a high number of profile hacks, including Barack Obama and Joe Biden in recent months or in recent memory. But now we are looking to see what cause and effect that's going to have on the stock price as well as we move into today's session and the middle of the week as well. So I just want to bring you back on the dissension in Twitter. We've had recently at the height of the pandemic, when a lot more users were online, we have seen as we've gone out of this further lockdowns from across the globe, but mainly in America, we've seen pretty much big gaps in the market. But this is when the ascendancy happened, when Elon Musk did say that he was going to buy Twitter. Then it was announced that he pulled out of the deal. But since then, you've seen here that Twitter have been kind of clawing their way back into the ascendancy. But since this latest news on Twitter with this whistleblower, you can see here that shares have dived over 7%. And more interestingly enough, with the assistance of the Ichimoku indicator, we have now got cloud engulfment. So now, with this being said, are we going to see now shares start moving lower to these previous lows here? Well, it could just be news of the day. It depends how far this whistleblower is prepared to take this. If he's going to go to Congress, if he's going to testify further that Twitter are having a lot more security issues than they make out. If this is the case, then a lot more bears can push into the market and start moving prices lower. So just be aware of the next headlines coming out of this story as well. Elon Musk did put a sign on his social media with a whistle, so that indicates that he is actually stirring the pot, let's say, in the news front. But if we look on the 4-hour chart as well, just removing these drawings as well, as you can see here, very, very detrimental on the RSI, not really taking too much into account with the divergences. We are expecting a slight pickup in prices. However, it could just be a minor correction to the upside, and then we could start moving lower in that degree. But it all depends on, for me, where we're going to go next on this Ichimoku cloud. The cloud is quite thick, which indicates that prices could be engulfed for quite some time. So we could see a slight consolidation before we get the next signal to the upside or downside. But it's not looking too good for Twitter. As I said, it has been on a detrimental path in the last 12 months, trying to find these recent peaks that it was doing during the height of the pandemic. But unfortunately, it has actually taken another blow to the downside. Tesla, on the other hand, stocks haven't really been too phased by the recent news. Tesla just keeps on going with the fact that it's having record sales, record after record quarters as well. The next one is supposed to be no different, even though there are more lockdowns happening in the Shanghai area and China in general. There is a slowdown there, but Tesla is still making profits around the globe as well. So if we look at the stationary period here, and as I said, it hasn't really affected Tesla so much with Elon Musk's progressive movement in the market. So if we're looking at Tesla stock only, we're now looking to see possibly another move to the upside for me. We're having strong consolidation here, and I'm expecting this kind of V-shaped recovery in the near term as well, possibly by the end of September or before that as well. It could take a little bit of time, but in the long term, I'm expecting a possible move back above 1,000 at least, and then we'll see where it takes us from there, where the momentum will be from there. If we're looking at near term though, again, consolidation is the key at the moment. We're just waiting for the next breakout. Very, very choppy market in the last few trading sessions, as you can see. Will we see another move to the upside in this kind of valley? Well, 940 was the last peak, so probably breaking that would be a good indication, a good signal for the next upturn or downturn. Looking on the RSI, not too much to get involved in there, or the MACDs that I not on the chart at the moment, but I was looking at them before. So nothing too much in the way of movement with Tesla. Twitter, on the other hand, is something to look out for because it is volatile, and obviously getting more detrimental news on a daily basis is not good. So we'll see how far this whistleblower wants to go with these stories, and we'll see if it's going to be very detrimental for the company as well. But obviously any news is good news in the market because it gives us the way forward for to buy or sell with the CFDs that Orbex offers. So let me know what you think on our YouTube channel. This video will be posted there, and we'll speak again tomorrow. So bye for now.